Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know about the Florida man meme, but there's always, like just all the crazy stories. It's either Florida woman does this or Florida man does this, and it's always the most craziest stuff. And so in California, I used to laugh at it, like, oh man, it's all those crazy Florida people again. And then you move here, and then you drive around, and it's like, oh, this is real. And then you see people on the street just like pissing in jars. It's like, oh.
Well, I've taken my kids to Disney World several times down there, and there's one thing that I know about Orlando is in the summer is it freaking rains from 1 to 3 every damn day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It sucks. And it's not even like just during the summer too. Like, I'm pretty sure only the months of November and December doesn't stop, but every other month of the year, it's rain. It's guaranteed to rain from 1 to 5. At some point, it might be all 4 hours. It might just be off and on all those hours, but you're guaranteed to get rained on some point if you're outside during that time.
Yeah, we got rained out one day. It was about 4 hours, and then the other day it was like 20 minutes and it was gone.
It's an amazing weather phenomenon.
Well, have you put any rhyme to reason as to why so many crazy news stories come out of that place? What's going on down there that all that crazy shit happens?
Hello?
It's all the meth. I believe it's all the meth that people do down there.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's funny because as Kyle was talking about the meme generator, if you type in Florida man in your birthday, it will come up with a random Florida news story that came out on the day of your birthday. It is phenomenal. I highly recommend you guys try it out if you have the moment to.
So what is it called?
Oh, Donnie's already typing on his keyboard.
So you type in Florida man and the year your whole birthday. So like mine would be September 19th, 1984. And it will come up with a Florida story from that time.
Donnie,
awesome.
Punch me up, buddy.
Go get him, Donnie.
You haven't Donnie put your birthday in there?
Yeah, Florida man. No, Florida man doesn't. It's a my birthday ninja thing come up on my computer, but yeah, I don't know. Well, but then again, I'm 52 years old. The world started like just before my birthday, so we didn't have computers or nothing.
Old as dirt.
But I do share a birthday.
Cool.
I do share a birthday with Paul McCartney, if that helps any.
I share a birthday with Jimmy Fallon.
I like Jimmy Fallon. I dig Jimmy Fallon.
I share a birthday. Who is it? It's James Lipton, the guy from Inside the Actors Studio, and Gregory. Oh my God, I want to say Gregory Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons. Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate that.
What'd you say, Shana?
How did you get that? That was a good guess.
What, Jeremy Irons?
Yeah,
he's the only Irons that I know.
Gregory something. You went and told another.
No, he's the only Irons that I know, other than Irons in the Fire, is Gregory Irons. That's the only two Irons I know. So that's for me that's a pretty easy one. But now down there in Florida.
So before you get off, he's going to be calling you right back in. So he heard nothing but silence and got cut off. So he's going to be calling back in momentarily.
Oh, he is going to call back in. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn it, Donnie.
It's hard to find good help. I mean, I tried to reach out for Johnny Simo, and you got Donnie over there.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny, you got one job. Actually, you got multiple jobs because you work on airplanes, but they're not here. So, yeah.
As long as he's precise and those airplanes get done right, he can take as long as he wants.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I mean, he's got some responsibility right there. And let me tell you, Dono, you're A-okay in my book. You can fix my airplane any day.
Whoa.
I
know him pretty well, and I don't know if I'd go that far.
I think, Justin, are you back?
I'm still here.
Justin.
Was it Kyle that left? Okay.
Kyle.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that, guys. Not quite sure what happened. I was talking about all the crazy shit in Florida, and the line
Florida
just cut
man
me off.
kept the phone line.
Oh yeah, Florida man. It was Florida man's fault.
I think so. That's always a great guess. Yeah.
Did you guys happen to watch that Garth Brooks special that was on TV the last 2 days?
I have not because I have kids. we are a Disney Plus family right now. So Minnie Mouse's life as much as The Mandalorian is.
Good God. You know, I got to admit, I'll straight up admit, if Disney Plus, I mean, my kids were born in 86, 89, and 91. So if that gives you any idea of how old I am. But that, you know, that was Little Mermaid and Lion King right when they came out. But if they had Disney Plus back then, if they had the internet and computers and Disney Plus back then, I'd have been screwed. Because they would have said Disney Plus is $60 a month, and I'd have had to buy it.
Yep.
Babysitter.
Oh, the cheapest babysitter on the planet too.
Oh, you have no idea. I could break away and start dinner and clean some dishes and come back, and there's Minnie Mouse still making pretty bows everywhere.
Oh yeah. You know, I can remember putting that VHS tape in and hitting the play button and going to the kitchen and cooking and that kind of
Checking
stuff.
on that crock pot.
Well, I didn't do crock pots back then. I was deployable. We don't do crock pots when we deploy. We do sandwiches. Because when you deploy within, you have like a 2-hour window to be there for pre-brief, and then 2 hours from there on a plane headed out to somewhere that he never should have been.
Damn, dude, we were talking about Disney Plus. Well, how the fuck did we take this left turn?
Well,
now we're getting deployed.
Well, no, because Disney Plus, go to the kitchen. I can't cook anything on a crock pot on Disney Plus because I got to make sandwiches because it's being deployable. That's exactly how. And besides, that took a lot less time than rewinding them some bitches.
Hey, Kyle, they get sidetracked as bad as we do.
Yeah. So I think we're actually in pretty good company. Like I feel a little less bad. Because we are just because we sidetrack like this all the time, so don't feel bad at all. It's part of our thing too.
Yeah, we don't call it sidetrack.
Rabbit hole.
That's exactly what we call it. We don't call it sidetracked. We call it a rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole. I dig that.
Yeah, we rabbit hole.
We go down deep.
All right. So, is there any special news coming out of your area that you want to share with other people around the world? I mean, there's people like Beans and Bourbon, who's over in the UK. Sporting a brand new Dixon shirt, by the way, Shiner, in his Christmas card.
I saw that. Which I'm willing to bet Mr. Beans and Bourbon will tune into the next episode of the Atomic Drop Show, because that dude, he kind of listens here and he jumps over to listen to the shows that the guys we talk to. So you guys will probably be getting a new listener from I don't even know where he is in England.
I do.
Jolly old England.
Unfortunately, I have 2 phone calls coming in on the same phone, and if I pick it up to use the internet and look, I don't know. I know Donnie doesn't know, so because he comes through on my Instagram, not the other one. So, but anyways, regardless, Mr. Beans and Bourbon over there, he's a dart champion, like a Guinness World Record holder dart champion for the longest dart game in history, I believe. So.
Was it because he was that good or that bad?
Oh, he's good. He's
okay.
Oh, he's every bit as good as my mashed potatoes, man.
Hey, man, I do love a good game of cricket.
That's one thing I make good is mashed potatoes.
Nice. Yo,
Cheshire.
Man,
Cheshire, like the cat.
Cheshire.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where he's at.
Yeah,
we definitely did our good deed there because we turned him on to the Dixon flannel guys, and so I saw his Christmas picture. He's sporting a Dixon flannel. I'm like, our job here.
And one more, real quick, I got to do a shout out. Shiner, you remember our good friend from Rocklahoma who drives the insane Dodge pickup truck? Yeah. Well, he's working over near Port Neches, which is where the big explosion happened. That fuel, that processing plant. And anyways, a job super there for McDermott Industries. His name is James Bradston. He goes by JB. And it was just a funny thing that our buddy just happened to be in his office when he was, I guess, listening to the podcast. And he said, Daryl said, oh, yeah, those guys are my friends. And, of course, JB's like, yeah, go screw yourself. How do you know them? So, yeah, he actually does. We've been friends for a long time. We love the crap out of him. He's a good safety guy. And anyway, so there you go, James Bradston. You're famous.
You're welcome.
I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you two guys something before we get off the phone here.
Absolutely.
And this is just real world stuff here. Do you guys ever blow up at a grocery store when you go in to shop and somebody just pisses you off to no end to where you just explode? Kind of like Shiner does at Walmart. Does that ever happen to you guys?
Well, can I field this one first there, Kyle?
Yes, you can.
Justin, you have the floor,
Absolutely.
sir.
Thank you, sir. So
The gentleman from New York has the floor.
Thank you. I myself had worked in a grocery store for 10 years, known as Wegmans. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Wegmans or not.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yes, I worked in the produce department, and let me tell you, I've been on the other side of that. I can tell you a couple stories, if you would like. I had one instance where it was Thanksgiving several years ago, because I've been out of there for a while. I was putting up some yams. So now, mind you, we got like 25 boxes of yams, 30 boxes of yams, and I'm bringing out a couple of these boxes. And I had two women fight over a yam.
Now, for you people out there in podcast world, a yam is a fake fucking sweet potato. It's an imposter. It's an imposter in a can. Anyways, I digress. Go ahead.
Yes, they were fighting over a yam, and I looked at.
Are we talking like actual blows?
No, they were getting into a verbal confrontation, saying it was theirs, and they both reached for the yam at the same time. And it's like, there are 30 more boxes in the back. You can go through every single one if you want, but I'll be more than happy to bring you out another yam before you throw out fisticuffs in front of me. And then
It was a special yam, brother.
Yeah, thus was born the name Atomic Drop Podcast, because apparently one must have done it to the other.
Another instance was I was closing my department, and there was a woman looking over at the honeydew or cantaloupes. And I said, do you need any help picking one out? And she said, no, I'm trying to find the perfect one, you idiot. And I went,
shots fired.
And I just looked at her, and I just smiled, and I went, well, you let me know when you find it, okay? And I just turned around, and I walked away.
There's some real shit going down in the produce department.
Bro, you have I always consider ourselves the first line of defense. Because as soon as you walk in, boom, you're in produce land. And you have to get through us to get to the rest of the store.
Jesus. Now, that's a little bit different than Shiner and me, but that's freaking hilarious.
I have been there where, oh my God. Okay, so we're standing I'm on the other side of our workstation, and there's this boyfriend, girlfriend, and she was looking at salads, and me and my buddy Mac were watching them, and they're just horsing around. And all of a sudden, this dude lines up and slaps his girlfriend square on the ass, and she yells. And me and Mac just turned to each other and went, what just happened? And he's like, the guy looked at us and said, you like that? The girl turned around again, back to the salad case. He pulls down a quarter part of her freaking shorts and then slaps her ass in front of us.
Wow.
And I was just like, holy shit. And she sat there and beat the living hell out of her boyfriend. Well, he was just laughing uncontrollably.
What? Okay, but what did the ass look like?
It was a nice ass.
Okay, so, well.
It had a good... I like to range asses in gugachas, and how many, like that slap he did was at least a 2 gugacha jiggle.
A gugacha jiggle. So it the tsunami made it to the other side and back before it quit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm with you now.
And then on the flip side, I was working the front of the store, and then I kid you not, I had a new husband and wife, bride and groom, come into the store, and they were fighting at each other as they were going towards the ATM. I can't make this up, even if I was dying, man.
Were they fighting over which card gets used to take out money?
I don't know. They were the fire I saw out of this woman's eyes in her wedding dress coming out. I went, some battles aren't worth fighting. I just kind of stepped back and I just watched it all happen.
Hey,
Kyle, do you have anything?
Hey, bro,